Hello and welcome to the CCL Week 11. I am Rome DMV, joined alongside Spider Tiff, and we have got some incredible matches ahead of ourselves tonight.
Incredible matches to be had tonight. Indeed, I cannot believe that it's already week 11 and the next week starts the postseason. Can you believe that it's April, Rome? I mean, we've had so many and crazy matches. I mean, did you guys see the highlight reel that we just watched? I believe it was like 7 minutes of intense action. I think I heard Rome in there because we cast over an amazing matchup last week with ICC Esports and Co. So enough about that. Tonight is all about the finales, baby. Who is making it to playoffs? And I think we have some tier 1 matchups tonight.
Big time. We're going to be kicking things off with Minnesota State going up against the University of Akron. I mean, both of these squads coming into tonight are absolute monsters. Let's go ahead and take a look at the head-to-head for these two squads. I mean, you look at the side of Maverick Esports going up against the number 20 Akron Zips. I mean, both of these squads coming in tonight, absolutely incredible, but we really got to tip it off to the Zips.
To the Zips, indeed. Let's go ahead and chat about them. They are ranked number 20 currently, 16-1 on that season record. Check out the hard point right there, 19-3, 10-4 on Search and Destroy, Control 9-1. But here's the deal: in stage 2, they are 7-1 currently, with their only loss being to SIUE, who is currently ranked number 6. But then you got Maverick Esports over here doing just fine, still in the top 8 on that tier 1 in stage 2, 14-5 for the current season, 17-10 on the hard point, 15-7 Search and Destroy, 11-3 on Control. So I feel like they're pretty strong on that Search and Destroy and Control side of things.
Oh, yeah, big time. And, I mean, it does look like they are struggling right now in the hard point. Definitely going to be their weakest mode coming into this. And then if you look at the side of the Zips, I mean, 19-3, I mean, that's pretty strong if you ask me. So this map number 1, it might get a little bit troublesome for this Maverick Esports roster. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you look at them head-to-head, you go down to the controls. I mean, they're pretty even when it comes to that if you really break things down. I mean, the Search and Destroys, though, as you stated, probably going to be Maverick's best chance of taking out a map on this Zips roster early. So, I mean, I just got to see who's going to be able to come out on top. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Maverick Esports roster, the home team for tonight, who is going to be consisting of Spurup, Bladesy, Y-Dog, and T-Bamoth. And, I mean, this roster right here, every single time that I cast them, they always put on a show. I'm ready for them to do it yet again tonight.
Ooh, I actually am too. I mean, I've seen a lot of really good things about them. We talked about the Search and Destroy, and in specifically, when they played SIUE, because I'm just kind of comparing against the best team currently in that region, Maverick Esports took a dub against SIUE in Search and Destroy. They took it to a round 11 and beat them on Bocage 6-5. So that's specifically where I'm looking at the difference on Maverick Esports. They're very strong in Search and Destroy. So that's the thing. We got a couple people that we need to look at a little bit more, maybe focus on the respawn modes for their keys to victory there, but I think it's going to be a solid night, Rome.
Oh, yeah, big time. I mean, let's go ahead and take a look at the visiting team for the night, the Akron Zips. This roster coming in, number 20 on the week, consisting of Storm, Thieves, Bio, and Arxes. This squad right here is a problem on the map. Doesn't matter what mode it is, hardpoint, control, search and destroy, look out for them because they're going to be coming for you. I mean, look at their record, 16-1 on the season. I mean, they have high aspirations. I mean, certain teams, they come into, into these later stages, right before these LCQs, and, they're mainly, just trying to have a good placing. Like this team right here, they're trying to take home the championship. They're trying to be number 1.
Number 1 indeed, and honestly, we got to see a large portion of their gameplay during that highlight reel. And when I say the highlight reel, I'm talking it was all Bio. It was all him all day. I saw him putting up northwards of 40 on Tuscan during the hard points. So when I'm looking for the success of the Zips, I think it's going to come down to those respawn modes, which we know are heavily loaded in the first half of the map series. And if you're already good in respawn mode, so what if you choke at S&D? You can still take the dub. So I'm here for the Zips tonight.
For sure. Let's go ahead and take a look at the maps for tonight that these players are going to be going into. I mean, you spoke about it. We're going to be starting things off with a hard point on Tuscan. So, I mean, a pretty bread and butter start if you ask me. And with the Bocage Search and Destroy coming up next, I mean, as you stated, Maverick might be able to make some magic happen.
Magic happen indeed. Let's look at it. You mentioned that Tuscan hardpoint is going to be up first, so we know the Zips are going to be incredibly excited to kind of fry out through there. After that, we're going to move into Search and Destroy on Bocage. Then we got another dose of Tuscan on Control. Then we move, if we get a map 4, we're going to Hardpoint on Bocage, which, as we know, is absolutely chaotic and a complete bloodbath where we see the SMGs come out, potentially a Volk. It's going to get a little wild. And then if they should go to a game number 5, we're going to see that Search and Destroy on Berlin, which, in particular, I am looking forward to P number 5 if we get there, because those destroyed hallways are my favorite things to watch.
Oh, big time, big time. I mean, it's definitely going to be a spicy start. I mean, I know Akron is definitely going to be wanting to come out strong. I mean, if they don't have a strong performance right here in this hard point, they're not going to be feeling good whatsoever, because they understand that Maverick, that's pretty much their weakest mode. So, and it's when it's Akron's pretty much strongest mode. I mean, you got to come in and make some waves happen immediately. You don't want to give this Maverick Esports roster any momentum going into that map 2, where they know that they can make some upsets happen. So, I mean, at this point, we just got to wait, find out exactly what's going to be going down between these two rosters. And, I mean, at the end of the day, sky's the limit for both of these squads.
I mean, the sky is definitely the limit, but something that the Maverick Esports needs to really focus on tonight is the fact that they are sitting in that tier 1 spot, right, for stage 2, but they're in 8th place. And if the top 8 teams automatically advance to the playoffs, you don't want to drop any further, because you don't want to drop down into the bloodbath that is going to be, the last chance qualifiers. You don't want to go there. You want to say, hey, I'm smooth sailing. I'm already in tier 1. Lend me straight to the playoffs. And basically, with that being said, Buckeye Cod is breathing down Maverick Esports' neck right now. So this is kind of a mission-critical game for Maverick Esports, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, that means they're going to be coming in with even more firepower. They're going to understand what's on the table, what's at stake today, if you will. I mean, it sounds like it's pretty much potentially their entire season. I mean, they do not want to lose this one whatsoever. But, I mean, going up against Akron, we all know that is a tall task. I mean, you stated it earlier. I mean, Akron only lost to one team, I believe, on the season. Like, insanity.
Yeah, specifically in stage 2, they're currently 7-1. So that's massive. I mean, the fact that you're already winning the majority of stage 2, where it is really important to do so. And if you're taking an L, that's going to be to SIUE, which is currently, they're undefeated right now. Not that I'm biased or anything. I did graduate from SIUE, but I mean, let's be real here. But to start off, we're going to Tuscan Hardpoint. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm really looking to see a lot of things out of Bio, and specifically, I believe Phoebes as well. Phoebes is returning from last year in the 2021 season, and I think they're going to make a really good point here. I would like to see a 50. Just give me a 50.
Map 1, Bio, Phoebes, 50 bomb. Make it happen. Spider Tiff called for it. Got to make it happen now.
I just want to see one,
Hey, I'm not mad at it, but it looks like T Bammoth and Bladesy got a 50 bomb in their own sights, as they're going to be starting things off, sending this entire kill feed in the favor of Maverick. And I mean, now they are starting to finally rack up these points, take the lead, and as you can see, this Akron roster starting to make the push. Contesting right now are finally able to push them out of it. Looks like they are going to be having control.
Yeah, that's a great way to start off. I mean, it's pretty split on points, but hey, I mean, 22 seconds left. The first hill, I'm not too worried about it, but it was an all-out rush by Maverick Esports. They said, hey, I'm coming out screaming. I want to show you what's up. But the fact that the Akron Zips were able to just really move in there and kind of dominate that P1 shows you their ability to overtake. You can see right now that player 1 and 3 were overextending themselves, but you have to begin making that rotation. And as you can see, Bladesy is already down there by the column, suited up and ready to go, and that's going to leave the Zips working on their rotation there through command center.
Oh yeah, big time, and it is going to be a 3-man hit coming in from the top ropes right now. Player 1, 2, and 3 making their way, trying to position themselves. It is going to be a trade coming out, but 2 are going to be going each way. As the kill feed going purple, yellow. Like Laker colors right now. It is going to be Spur Up, going to be needing to stop this push. He is going to be able to with the help from Y-Dog. And a great stop by this Maverick Esports roster to be able to rack up some time. So, I mean, the early rotation from Bladesy, it definitely ended up paying off.
Definitely paid off indeed. Can we talk about T-Mammoth right now? Currently 7-2. Spirit only 1 death on that way, but they are getting that nice scrap time as Spirit finds another kill. Unfortunately, will be cut down by Bio. The early rotation over to P3, I think the Akron Zips are making it right now. I think that's going to be incredibly prevalent if they can kind of set their footing and turn the spawns. As you can see, John's Empire is currently over there setting up shop. Just needs to cut down T-Mammoth and make it work for them. This is such a money hill, and to rack up as many points as you can on that first set of rotations. And as I say that, the Maverick Esports are coming in hot from the top.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a perfect pinch right now. It's just going to be all about winning your ones, and Bio is able to pick up a big 1v1 in the back. Is going to be dropping, though, unfortunately. So, I mean, it's still going to be a war back here for this site. I mean, right here, right now, John's Empire trying to lock this one down. Is going to be able to pick up 2, and that's going to be huge. Can he pick up the 3rd? Is going to be able to. That's massive. Going for the 4th. Not going to be able to as Y-Dog shuts him down. But still, it is going to be the Akron Zips that are going to be locking this one down, getting a bunch of points here, and should be taking the lead, at least for now. But it looks like another break attempt is going to be coming in from Maverick. Thieves trying to lock this one down, and he's going to be able to do just that. And now the rotations are going to be coming in toward Church.
Towards Church indeed, where you can see Y-Dog and Spirit are already kind of trying to set up. You've got Bladesy in the back looking to secure some spawns, which will come through. As you can see, T-Mammoth just spawned in over there. That's going for the split push for the Zips. They're moving in on the top and bottom side of the map. They need to win their ones right here. That's going to come down to everything, but can they get their break? Spirit has moved in and set up shop inside the Church, and Bladesy comes in and finds a nasty 2. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is going to work for the Zips. They might have to regroup and try another push.
Oh, I mean, for sure. Listen, you talked about you want to see a 50 bomb. I mean, right now, Y-Dog and T-Bam both already got 10. 5th of the way there. I mean, a little bit over a 5th of the way there in the points. So I don't know if we're on track to a 50 yet. But, I mean, hey, listen, if anyone's going to get there right now, it is going to be Y-Dog. Thieves trying to do what he can to shut him down, locking down this Church right now, trying to make this one an even game for this Akron squad. But, I mean, this Maverick Esports roster, they are coming out with some fire. For it to be their worst mode, they are not making it look that way right now.
I love that you brought up that point, because that's what's sitting in the back of my mind right now. Maverick Esports is incredibly strong in Search and Destroy, but the respawn modes are a little weaker, but they're not playing like the team from previously. They are setting up shop in Command Center right now. They are combating the Zips on any break attempt, and sure, if the Zips get it, maybe they'll get like that 10 points of scrap time, but this is neck and neck right now. We're talking 93-92 with 46 seconds remaining in the Command Center. You see the Zips right now have taken over shop. Thieves finds 2 right there, but the Maverick Esports, they're going to have to come in hot, and unfortunately, the break is just not going to be there. They're coming in. They got one last time to try and break this hill for them.
Exactly, but the players are in perfect position to do so. T-Bam's able to pick up 1. Spirit picks up another. And just like that, Maverick Esports are able to break in. And, I mean, with this being such an even game, I say this almost every single week because it almost happens every single week. After the first rotation to Hills, the game will be almost even. And then the next rotation, one team will just carry it away. And the end up score will be like 210 to 130 or something like that. It almost always happens. It seems like on the second rotations, one team just figures it out more than the other. So I want to see if that's going to be happening or if we're going to have an even game after the second rotation as well.
We did just see Y-Dog and Spirit make that early rotation to get ahead on that second set of rotations. Unfortunately, the pinch came in from the Zips, and they are just not able to hold it on. As you can see, the entire Maverick Esports team is up there on that top right side of the map trying to push in. But look at this combative defensive mode that the Zips have going on right now. They're watching Church. They're watching the outside of the monument. But look who comes in, and that's going to be T-Bam and Y-Dog. T-Bam right now is 16-12, Y-Dog 14-9. They are absolutely frying.
Yeah, I mean, doing perfectly right now on the map. I mean, exactly what they need to. I mean, they're locking down all this time. Looks like they are going to be getting all this scrap time right now. Akron, they're going to say, you know what? We lost this specific rotation last time. We're not going to lose it this time. We're going to rotate early. We're going to give up this scrap time. We're going to make sure that you're not going to be able to squeak on through. As you can see, player number 6, Y-Dog, he is going to be the most important player right here, right now for this Maverick squad. He is able to pick up 1. Now the question is, how much of a thorn in the side can he be of this Akron squad that is currently on this next hill? Finally, a player does get taken out. So, I mean, Maverick, did they just turn the tables just now? I mean, they might have done it if they can get this next round of slays. I mean, this is going to be such a big amount of time. But player number 3 in John's Empire in the back, I mean, he's going to be trying to make the play. The pinch is going to be coming in, and that's going to be Akron picking up 2. They're going to be looking to pick up the 3rd one. Spirit is going to be dropping as well. Did Akron just clear it out? No, Blazy's got something to say about it, and Maverick, they're going to be fighting, hanging on, and my goodness, it's going to come down to a 1v1 in the back, and that's going to be Blazy picking it off, and that is going to be a neutralized point as nobody's going to be near it, and we got ourselves an even game. Wow.
Yeah, an even game indeed, but John's Empire is going to hop on the point for the scrap time. If you remember correctly, on the first set of rotation, the Zips were able to make their way over to Fountain Plaza and really set up shop there. But there's a critical battle going right on. That Storm is going to take down Spirit, granting that access, that early time on the rotation. He hops on it. This is the time to set up shop, get your spawns, which they have, and just hold it down. We know they can put some... Wait, Storm? Storm, you're on 5 right now! Let's get that Glide Bomb! Keep going, buddy! You got this! And as I say that, the Caster Curse comes down. He will be cut down, but Zips holding the money hill.
Oh, yeah, precisely. I mean, they have a nice 30-point advantage right now. Spirit is going to be coming in and is able to pick up 1. Teammate picks up another. If he can get this kill, it's going to be massive, but no! Storm with the monster hold, shutting it down. Storm's got 21 right now. I mean, T-Bam's got 24. Both of these players are putting in absolute work, but it is going to be the Akron Zips currently with a 40-point advantage. Bio going to be shooting bodies. Oh, man. Anytime you shoot bodies, bad things tend to happen, but, I mean, when you got the record like the Akron Zips, I mean, hey, go ahead. Might as well.
I mean, all I can hear in my song is in my head, let the bodies hit the floor. And Bio, you're letting the bodies hit the floor. You're shooting them. We love it. Maverick Esports took the time to go ahead and get that early rotation over there to Church. They have spawns, but look at the kill feed. It is all yellow. It is all John's Empire. I feel as if I was asking for that 50 from Bio, but maybe Storm just said, I hear you. I'm not going to give you 50 because there's not enough points left in the game. You know, we got 35 points needed for the Akron Zips to go ahead and take this dub. Maverick Esports holding it down in Church. Can they break it, or will they cut their losses and move over towards Command Center?
I mean, right now, currently, there's going to be pretty much a 45-point advantage that Maverick is going to be trying to just to inch their way a little bit closer to getting there. But, I mean, right now, every single time that they find some type of momentum on this second set of rotations, it's been the Akron Zips every single time they've been able to find the break and even contest on the rotations to next. So right now, this is probably going to be the Mavericks' best chance of being able to hold early, and that's going to be a big win by Spurrup. He is going to go down to Bio. Now it's going to be all up to Bio, going up against Bladesy. Stuns Nade's going to be coming out in succession. Bladesy's going to need to hold this one down. Phoebe's trying to pick up the kill. Is he going to be able to find him? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Needing to win this 1v1 at the door. No! Spirit is going to be able to shut him down. Spirit trying to pistol whip, but Storm on the stairs is able to lock it down. He drops down again. I mean, this is heavily contested. We're going back and forth on the point, but Akron is only 14 points away. They can secure it on this point, and they know that. They're trying to lock this one down. They're not worried about rotating to next. They're saying, Maverick Esports, you got to come in now. You've got to hold this one, because we're going to be walking away with it right here, right now. Bio saying, come on, this is my zone. This is the Bio zone. You're not stepping a foot inside of it. Akron Zips gonna be taking map 1.
Map 1, indeed, the Command Center, now dubbed the Bio Zone, Rome. I love that. Let's go ahead and take a look at this best play. As we can see, you're right, it is Bio Zone finding a nice 2-piece, but it was all-out chaos inside that Command Center. I want to give a shout-out to Maverick Esports for giving it all they had. Unfortunately, it was not going to be enough. The Akron Zips were just frying out inside. They're taking it nicely. They're 250 to 190. Let's go ahead and look at these stats right here. Bio with a nice 21 non-traded kills.
Yeah.
That's nutty.
Yeah, that's nutty. I will say, though, I got to shout out on the side of Maverick T-Bam. I mean, 3,300 damage, 21 non-traded kills of his own, 29 kills in total. I mean, T-Bam did everything he could to keep them in the game. I mean, you look at their squad, I mean, he was way more positive than anyone else on their team. So, I mean, really, seems like T-Bam really woke up. You know, he ate his Wheaties, whatever you have, whatever you got, G Fuel, whatever it is that you need, you got right for the day. And, I mean, shout out to him for being able to even take it to a 60-point game. I mean, honestly, I was figuring that the hard point would be much more of a blowout in favor of Akron. So the fact that it was within 60, I mean, Maverick are definitely impressing me. And now I want to see how they're going to do in the search and destroy that you did state is most likely their strongest game mode.
Strongest game mode indeed, but you are completely correct. I wasn't expecting it to come down to the wire just like that. And to be fair, I thought there was a good bit where Maverick Esports was going to be able to make a comeback. It was so head and neck and like just 93, 92, 130 to 130. The entire time I'm sitting here like biting my nails. Like, what is happening? This is insane. This is supposed to be maybe their weaker game mode, but Maverick Esports said, nah, we're not that team of the past. We're going to show you why we deserve to be here. We're going to show you why we want to go straight to the playoffs. And they showed out. But unfortunately, Bio and Co. for the Akron Zips were just a little better there. But we are moving into the favored game mode for Maverick Esports in that search and destroy. And I'm kind of excited to see what they can do.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm sure that they understand the situation. They say, you know what? Okay, yeah, we probably should have lost that hard point anyway. But the fact that it was that close, come on, let's go, guys. We got this. Like, we got this squad right where we want. And we were able to pull off an upset 6-5 on this map, this same map before. Let's go ahead and do it. We know we got the ice in our veins. I mean, it's going to be on Bocage. I mean, we're going to the cage. I mean, it's going to get hectic. It's going to be crazy. And I mean, hey, why not? The last week before the LCQs. I mean, why not? You know, it's either win here or potentially be in those LCQs for Maverick Esports. So they're going to be definitely looking to leave their imprint on this one. I'm not sure if this was their map choice. I would like to know that. Actually, I'm not sure of how the order of it works, but I mean, I wouldn't doubt that this is their map choice if this is their search and destroy pick, simply because if you were able to upset a top team before on it, guess what? You're going to probably be picking that map for search and destroy every single time.
Yeah, speaking of the upset on the top team, that was going to be against SIUE Esports. We kind of chatted about it when we first joined it on the stream. Maverick Esports actually took a win in search and destroy on Bocage against them, taking them to a 6-5. That night's round 11. That's gotta feel good, right? And still a little bit of confidence inside there. And I was able to look back at some of the results, and it was just wild to me how good they were. I mean, yeah. Let's specifically note Y-Dog, T-Bam, Bladesy, all very strong in search and destroy. I mean, one of the results they had was 9-3 and 6-3 against a recent team, and that was actually on Tuscan, not Bocage, but I'd imagine they're still pretty crazy. So the fact is, those two players, Bladesy and Y-Dog, are all about taking the first blood. So I'd like to sit there and focus on if they can get into a groove, if they play for a pick, or how the rotations are going to work. I'm looking at that on our first couple rounds to see kind of how they're going to play against the Akron Zips.
I mean, honestly, they're just going to have to show up. I mean, listen, the Akron Zips, they're number 20 for a reason. I mean, they're the big dogs on the yard right now. It's still going to be up to this Maverick Esports roster to show them what they're made of. I mean, yes, the game is going to be slowing down. It's going to be more of your pace for Maverick, but at the end of the day, the Zips, they're still overall the better squad. So we got to see if they're going to be able to live up to expectations, might be able to get this upset right here. Listen, I will say this. Maverick, they need to win this map if they want a chance in the series. If they lose this map, I hate saying it's over, but.
Yeah, I feel like anytime you go up 2-0 in a series of best of 5, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. But look who's going to grab first blood against Maverick Esports. It's going to be Bio. I feel like it's the day where we can just chant Bio, Bio, Bio. But John's Empire out there punching down. Ooh. Spear up. That's beautiful. Bomb starting to go down over there on A. The setup coming in clutch in a nice 4v2 situation. And as soon as I say that, Y-Dog picks up a nasty 2. The game has changed. It is a 2v1 situation.
2v1. What is Phoebes going to be able to do? Just trying to peek right now. But, I mean, you planted for the window, so they're going to assume that you're there. So now this player is going to be on the bomb. He's going to be able to get him off of that. There it is. Perfect plays coming out. And the Zips are going to be able to go up 1-0 early. This is what I'm talking. Okay, this is a big change. I mean, you say things are changing. Not only that, the game is changing. The bomb, for those of you that remember, used to be inside the building. Now it is outside the building. So you can plant for a lot more places. You can plant for up top window. You can plant for even back your spawn to get a quick access to it. Back to enemy spawn. You can plant it for up top on the barn. You could plant it for so many places. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like now with it being that open, A is even more viable of a site to go to. And I mean, I feel like now, once you get that bomb down, it is just going to be so hard to clutch it up.
So hard to clutch it up indeed, but Bladesy coming out and nabbing that first blood against Thieves. There is an all-out war over by that A site. We've got the team looking to put it down on A, but they're just kind of playing for some sound right now. You've got players 1 and 4 just kind of lurking around mid-map, but I love the positioning of Storm. They're just waiting patiently outside for that bomb to move towards. We got Bio waiting for the call out. It may have came in. They are rotating in. It's an all-out battle over there, Rome.
Big time. I mean, right now, Bio is going to be able to line up 1, lines up 2. See if he can get the 1v4s. A player is going to be below him right now. It's going to be Spurup, and he's going to be ending those dreams. I thought we might have seen a little bit of magic come out of Bio, but I mean, still able to pick up 2 of them with the sniper.
Look, anytime I see someone grab a nice 2-piece with a sniper, the only thing I can think of is absolute, like, relating to Clayster. We saw some amazing Kar98K work out of him early on that COD season, and anytime I see some snipes, look, I like to snipe in Warzone. Don't get me wrong, it's one of my favorite things to do. So anytime someone can pick up those Vanguard snipers in multiplayer and just really put it to work in Search and Destroy, I'm a huge fan. But here we go. Akron Zips on the attacking front, bomb in hand from Storm, which also happens to be my dog's name, so I'm kind of biased here. I'm a huge fan of Storm now.
Shout out to Storm. Shout out to Storm. I mean, hey, listen, if there's ever a player named Rocky, listen, they got my vote. Simple as that. That's all I got to say. So, I mean, right now, Storm does have the bomb in hand. As you stated, they were able to get first blood onto Spurup, so they're going to be looking to press the issue on toward this 8 point, but that is going to be John's Empire dropping. Trade is going to be coming out. Thieves picks up 1. Bio in the side is going to be looking for Y-Dog, the last alive. Y-Dog is going to be spotted. He's going to have 9 HP left to his name. Guess what? You're going to have to go outside to see this bomb now, buddy, and he's going to be in a 1v3 situation. Y-Dog going to be in a world of hurt. I mean, if you're going to be clutching up a 1v3, this bomb site right here is probably going to be one of the hardest ones in the game now to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough, but the information comes in. He's able to grab Storm, but he's a little weak right there, and Thieves from that upstairs window is able to just finish it off. I feel like he peaked too early, but to be fair, he had 30 seconds left going into that moment, and I just feel like time was not on their side. You're going to get it from Thieves POV right now. Y-Dog falling down, unfortunately, outside. Trying your best right there, buddy, but unfortunately, it's just not going to be enough. Sitting here, 2-1. Akron Zips up by 1. Honestly, this is a beautiful situation to be in. It's not like they're on a landslide right now. The 4-0 Maverick Esports are really keeping it clutch right now. Bladesy starting it off with the bomb right now. Looks like another push towards A. I feel like this is the favored side by most. B is like that last-minute ditch effort. Bladesy looking for some information, busting down some walls like the Kool-Aid man. Shots coming out from John's going to grab that first blood.
Big first blood. One is going to get traded out, though, and that's going to be Maverick with the advantage. 3-2 in their favor right now. Bladesy with the bomb inside of Grandma's is going to be rotating around to B, but is going to need to take out Bio. Is going to be able to do that and just leaving Storm in the 1v3 situation. This bomb is going to be going down, and now we got to see if Storm, to your dog's namesake, can do some more amazing things. Because I'm sure your dog is an amazing puppy. Right now, Storm gonna need to clutch this one up. But they're gonna be running from him. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, why not? You know, just play time at this point. T-Bam gonna go ahead and hit the flank. Safe, not sorry. And that's gonna be Maverick tying things up 2-2.
I feel like once you peek an area and you give away your information and you take that kill, as you can see T-Bam coming from behind to take an easy, clean kill right there on Storm. I feel like that's where you have to say, okay, I need to move. I've got information on where that next player is, but I need to go ahead and reassess, like kind of disengage from that situation and rotate around, because if you stay there for too long, they already know where you are. The call out's been there and you're going to get hit on the rotation. So unfortunately, that's what happened. Maverick Esports going to tie it up 2-2. Thieves making the way downtown with the bomb. Wow. Now I promise I'm not going to sing tonight.
Walking fast, faces pass, and they're B-bound. That's going to be a big first blood coming out of T-Bam. Trying to stop this this push coming out. And, I mean, now with the bomb down, squad is going to be in a world of hurt. But right now, Bio is going to be in position to make a play. He's going to drop to Bladesy on the side. And now Storm and Johns in the 2v4. I mean, things were all peaches and cream, but now, I mean, Johns is able to pick up a nice kill there, making it a 2v3 situation now, so now it's doable. I mean, he's in the middle of the map, so he can technically get a trade, get this pick, but that is going to be Storm dropping, leaving him in the 1v3. And that's going to be John's not able to pick up the kill. Can he find the one in the back? No, already weak from the previous fight. That is going to be Maverick picking up another round. I mean, Maverick Esports, I mean, you said it. They're good at S&D. They're making it known.
They really were. It's kind of unfortunate that Johns went into that 1v3 situation. They already had bomb down over at B, so he was going to have to go ahead and clear out, maybe pick off at least 2 of them, grab bomb, and make a long rotation over to A or try to get it down on fast on B. But unfortunately, there was just not enough time, and he was found out by Maverick Esports, and this is what they wanted. They wanted to show out in Search and Destroy. You said this was a make or break win for them, and they are showing, hey, we can do it. We are strong here. Bladesy out with the bomb right now, making that push towards A. You're going to find a nice first blood by Y-Dog. Can T-Bam answer back? No, he's going to get traded out, but Bladesy's going to make it a 2v3 situation for them. That's Bio and John's Empire left alive for the Akron Zips, and you can tell Bomb still lurking over by A, but a lot of cat and mouse action there in the barn.
Oh, yeah, precisely, because, I mean, yes, they do feel like they do have control right now, but they do not want to throw their lives away by starting to plant this bomb and, you know, make sure they have all their bases covered. So finally, this bomb is going to start to go down, but John's Empire is in the perfect position to make a play. Once this goes down, he's going to be peeking out, trying to challenge, and he is able to find one. That's all you need to do. Now it's a 2v2 situation, and this is a very clutchable round now for Johns, who did just get shot in the back. Now it's a 1v1, Bio versus Y-Dog. I mean, if we're talking about 1v1 matchups between these two teams, I mean, these are probably each of their best players to be in this position right here, right now, and it's going to be all up to Y-Dog to defend this one. Is going to be a player hopping on the bomb, and he spots his foot. That's going to be a great play out of Y-Dog. Yeah, beautiful.
Is out here breaking ankles on Bio. Honestly, though, Bio needed to flip around and get that kill on Y-Dog because Y-Dog is currently raking up his streaks right now. And if Y-Dog keeps moving at a pace that he is going, he's going to get that coveted glide bomb, and it's going to make it really hard. I mean, he's 3 away, but it's going to make it really hard for the Akron Zips to make a solid comeback because we know how amazing glide bombs are in Search and Destroy. Just getting that information is such a coveted piece of gold.
Big time, and right now it's going to be a fast A push coming out of Akron, and I mean, I like it. You know, if we're going to go down 2-5, let's make it quick. Let's not, you know, make it very long, and that's going to be some big kills coming out. And like I said, now they have the 3v2 advantage coming out. T-Bam and Y-Dog going to need to make some insane plays. Going to need to clutch this one up and defuse the bomb. That is going to be very, very difficult simply because of the setup right now coming out of Akron. Y-Dog going to be looping on around. Might be heading on into Grandma's. Taking the 1v1. Is going to be able to win it. Oh, my goodness. That's huge. 28 HP right now. He's going to be able to heal on up. Is going to be able to win his 1v1 as well. And now it's going to be John's Empire versus Y-Dog. Y-Dog has a clue of where he is, but that's going to be John's going to the window, taking him out. Beautiful play coming in from John.
Beautiful play indeed. We were talking about streaks during the last round, and this kill on Y-Dog by Johns right now is so mission critical. Not only they net themselves a win for the round, they denied streaks out of Y-Dog. I mean, Y-Dog's still frying, don't get me wrong, but getting rid of the chance of getting that glide bomb, brilliantly done. Maverick Esports now on the attacking front, but look at that, over double positive for Y-Dog. He is literally putting on a backpack and saying, get in, fam. I know you guys are good in the respawn modes, but I've got you in search.
Did you give your dog any human food today?
No, maybe no. Are you saying that I shouldn't have or should have? You think I need to go slip some G Fuel in her water for that 1 in 7 over there by Storm? Hey,
I was gonna say it's looking.
It's not a donut.
I was gonna say it's looking like Storm as a breadstick right now. You know, so you know, I don't know, but I mean, are we gonna get a defuse? Bio's going in for the sneak defuse. Oh my God, is anyone gonna be looking? No one's gonna be looking. They got the kill near it. Oh my goodness, Bio got the defuse.
Yeah, he got the defuse, but here's the deal. While we were chatting about Storm having a breadstick, Storm was able to find 2 coveted kills and get the final kill right here on Bladesy. So you can't even hate on Storm right there. Storm coming in absolutely clutch with their 3 kills. I mean, what is better than 1 breadstick? 3. And they might make him garlic too.
Oh, garlic breadsticks. Oh, I mean, he's got the marinara going right now. I mean, it's tied up 4-4. This is definitely a good situation right now for Akron. I mean, they finally found some momentum. Now they're back on the offensive side. Let's see if they can make some magic happen over here at A again, where they found success. That player up top most likely going to get challenged at some point, but it's going to be Thieves busting through the doors, as you stated, like the Kool-Aid man, and that's going to be Maverick shutting them down. Those T-Bam's able to pick up 2. That's going to be huge, leaving Thieves and Bio now in the 2v4. And they're in no position whatsoever to clutch this up. They're not even in grandma's. They're going to need to go in if they want any chance, and that's not going to be happening easy, as now Thieves is going to be left in the 1v3, going to be dropping down, can't plant this one, going to be looping this one on around to A, probably going to go for a quick plant once he gets there. That's the right play to do, but it looks like no, he's going to be going for the kills. He did spot a player at the back tank. Is he going to be able to pick him off? Nice accuracy coming out of Thieves to win that one. Now the big question is, do you plant A or do you rotate over to B? And he's taking the high road and or the low road, if you will, and going to be going through the sewers, heading over to B, and that's going to be the right 50-50, but is he going to be able to get out in time? Because Y-Dog's going to be there around the corner taking out Thieves before he can blink, and that's going to be Maverick Esports going up 5-4. Game point.
That was so tough for Thieves. He was putting in the work. My guy was running top to bottom all over this map, doing circles around Maverick Esports. That was a brilliantly played. As you can see here, Y-Dog is going to catch Thieves in the back. He just needed like 1 or 2 more seconds to be able to get out of dodge right there. Maybe be able to reset and be able to watch and like kind of sound listen. You know, I call it sound whoring. You're listening for the sounds of the defuse or sounds for anything or players moving. That's what I feel like he needed to do, and he needed 2 more seconds, and unfortunately he wasn't going to get it there, but very valiant effort out of them. Maverick Esports, we got Bladesy taking up the bomb right now. Bio firing it down on the automaton, getting some clips, peppering their shots. Bladesy back on board. Let's see what they can do.
I mean, they're full rotating over to A, and I don't really know if Thieves is going to be ready for this. I mean, Thieves is outside of the barn right now. Oh, man, Thieves is in the perfect position. Is Thieves going to be able to get a kill? If he can get this kill and get the bomb down on top of the barn, it's going to be massive. Oh, that was the worst COD timing ever. Okay, but he was able... No, he didn't see the Thieves. Okay, he's still going to get a kill.
Oh.
Make sure you get the kill. All right, he got the kill. All right, that's going to be big. 3v3 situation. He picks up the second one as well. Thieves currently on a 2 spree, 10-6 to his name right now. Most kills on the Zips.
I was so nervous, bro. I thought he was going to play with his food. And sometimes when you play with your food, it can bite you. They turn back around and kill you, and you're like, did I do that? Yeah. No, not really. But this is a nice 2v2 situation. Bomb is not down. They still have 23 seconds. Make up your mind, Bladesy. Where are we going? Because the Akron Zips have you pinched right now, but Thieves getting a nice trade. So it's a 1v1 situation. Cat and mouse, you need to get the bomb down. Where are you going, Bladesy?
I mean, he's playing for the loop. He's playing for the kill. Once he spotted him, he said, you know what? I'm going for the kill. I'm hunting you down. I'm not even going to plant this bomb. I'm going to go ahead and hunt you down. And that's exactly what he's going to do. And that's going to be Maverick going huge. And they just took a map off of the Zips. My goodness, we got ourselves a series.
A series indeed, going up 1-1. We kind of knew Maverick Esports was a legend in the search and destroy aspect, and they proved it here on Bocage. Let's take a nice look at those stats right there. And you know, I want to chat. I want to chat about Y-Dog, Rome. It was Y-Dog for the Maverick Esports with that 13-6, 1,500 damage. But I want to look in particular at that 9 non-traded kills. That's one of my favorite stats. But look who also rivaled that. That's going to be Thieves on the Akron Zips.
Yeah, I mean, precisely. I mean, both sides had standout players for sure. But, you know, the great thing about the Maverick Zips is that, you know, in the first hard point, it was T-Bam that was really able to show out. And now in this in the search and destroy, it was Y-Dog that was able to show out. So now, I mean, heading into a control, who really knows what exactly is going to happen with this Maverick Esports roster? Is one of them going to have another pop-off game to be able to carry them to victory? Or, you know, is this squad going to be going back into their respawn habits and, you know, making the Akron Zips look like the top 20 team that they're currently rated as? I mean, who knows? I mean, honestly, right now, both of these squads are playing absolutely incredible Call of Duty.
Honestly? Best Call of Duty indeed. Anytime it's not a 3-0 sweep, I am loving it. I am having an absolute blast on the desk because we don't like to see clean sweeps. I mean, It's great for the team that gets the clean sweep, but if you're gonna like go up 1-1 already, this is where it needs to be. So my question is, when we go forward into that game 3, we're looking at control and we're going back to Tuscan. We know that the Akron Zips were so strong in the respawn mode, specifically on Tuscan, but how can they do when we hit control?
I mean, who knows? I mean, listen, it is going to be a very, very close match. I think that this control is really going to be one that could turn the tables. I mean, right now, Maverick, they've got all the momentum. I mean, that hard point was close enough to where they felt good going into the search, and now they won the search. They've got the Zips on their heels. In my opinion, if I'm Maverick Esports, I am feeling absolutely great right now. So I know these rosters, they're going to be wanting to get into the action very, very soon, and we do too. But listen, we'll be getting into that action right after this short break, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome back to the CCL Week 11. We are here yet again. I mean, 1-to-1 series count. Someone in the chat called it. I don't know if they knew the future, if they saw things, but I don't know. Who knows? They called it. They said they saw it going 1-1. It's 1-1 now. We got ourselves a series.
A series indeed, but if we've got any mages in chat, I'd be curious to hear who you think is going to be taking home this series. Will it be Maverick Esports or the Akron Zips? I'm kind of curious, Rome. I thought going into this that it was going to be a hands down a landslide by the Akron Zips, with the Maverick Esports kind of picking at them with the search and destroy aspect. How are you feeling? Where do you think this is going?
I don't know. I feel like right now, Akron, I feel like they got a heat check. I feel like they got put in check in that last map, honestly. They got a statement right there on their front door saying, listen, it is not going to be an easy ride tonight. You're going to need to try your absolute hardest every single time that you respawn. And Now coming into this control, I think that Akron is going to wake up. I think that I'm going to see a dominating Akron come out in this control right here, right now. I think this is going to be where they're going to put their foot down the series, and they're going to say, listen, enough of the games. You had your fun in Search and Destroy. We're back to Respawn. It's our time to shine.
I mean, taking an L in a game mode such as Search and Destroy can really light that fire. So I completely agree with you on the Akron Zips, like maybe coming back and just like wanting to just dominate after taking that. It's not that they lost horribly. They only lost by a couple rounds. But the thing is, they are so strong in the respawn modes. They are so strong on Tuscan, and it kind of favors the offensive. We know where the locations are. You've got, you know, A up here, B down here by the column. The defensive has the advantage on B zone, and that's kind of typically how it rolls on the control map, since we typically only see Tuscan and Gavutu. And I'm thinking here that if Akron comes out extremely strong on the attacking, they're just going to take it right away. But I mean, judging by my research room, they're very strong on the offensive and a little lackluster on the defensive. But I think with this being Tuscan, we might see some wonders here.
I mean, that's the thing, is that Tuscan teams are really starting to figure out the offensive side of things a lot more. They're starting to figure out easier ways to get behind enemy lines and, you know, really get those kills down, get those lives down, if you will, and, you know, really make it a numbers game at that point. I think that a lot of times on offense, when you're able to make it a numbers game, win those slays straight up, you know, split the map off the rip, make them question where, you know, where they need to be when they spawn up, all that good stuff, then you can win some offensive rounds. But if you can't do that, if you can't figure things out, you're going to just need to lock down your defenses and hope that you ended up getting more points in order to be able to, you know, to get that defensive side. But I think that right now, Akron are definitely going to be able to get this thing going on the offensive end. I'm just not so sure about the side of Maverick Esports. We got to wait and find out. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we had a short technical difficulty, so we're getting the players all in the lobby. So listen, we will be right back, hopping directly into the gameplay when we come back from this extremely short break. So don't you guys go anywhere. And we are back with the Maverick Esports going up against the Akron Zips. And we're on some control, and it's going to be the Maverick Esports on the offensive, kick things off. And I mean, right now, we got ourselves a series. I mean, I'm just excited to see if Maverick are going to be able to step up.
Step up indeed, and I'm looking specifically towards them starting it with the offensive runs on the control, which they are starting off with. We see them over. The Zips are on A, trying to get something done over there. Maverick Esports looking to come in hot. The kill feed lighting up purple, but it's still pretty deadlocked. You've got 24 lives remaining, and as I said, that 23 to 26 on lives. Pretty split up, but I feel like Maverick Esports is going to need to make a little bigger dent in the lives on the Zips right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing, is that the Zips are doing a great job of, you know, locking down not just the kills, but they're also locking down the points. I mean, right now, 0 ticks of regression have come through, and, I mean, this A point is pretty much, when it comes to control, it's pretty much the easiest point out of the 4 that you can acquire. So, I mean, right now, if you're not able to even get 1, I mean, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, that's the tough part. It's like, do you need to reassess at that point? If you're pushing A and you're not getting any ticks of progression, which it looks like they're working on that first tick right now, but John's Empire coming in with a nice 2-piece, really trying to shut him down, which they did. I don't even know if they were able to get that 1, and it's going to start going in reverse. And I was like, do you cut your losses and move over towards B, which Bio is holding down B's defensive side right there, making sure that no one can even come. The fact is, the Zips are currently overextending and almost spawn trapping the Maverick Esports. This is not looking good. They only have 11 lives remaining, and they have 17 seconds. They've barely stopped the clock. They need to kind of go into overdrive here.
This is absolutely a nightmare right now for Maverick Esports. I mean, Akron Zips, they have you completely in their grasp. I mean, you have to go now. You got 17 seconds. I mean, yes, it's contested, but guess what? You got to be able to challenge when it's contested in order to acquire control point. And guess what? That is just not going to be happening whatsoever, because the Zips, they are shutting it down over there. I mean, right now it's going to be all up to Spear. I mean, you're down by 9 lives, make it 8, 7, 6. Oh, picking up 3. All right. I mean, that's really what you needed. That was literally what you needed. So let's see. Oh, but Spirit goes down. Okay, I mean, only 5 lives remaining. I'm not going to give them false hope. I mean, this one, pretty much all she wrote.
Yeah, this is going to be really tough when you have 4 lives remaining. I love what Bladesy was able to do over there on this B site, cutting down everyone in their sites, but this is too little too late. If you're going to go this route, the Akron Zips only have 8 lives remaining. You have 3 at Maverick Esports. You're going to have to fry out. And as I say that, John's Empire coming in and finding a nice kill. 1 person remaining on Maverick Esports, 6.8 seconds left. You're holding it down on B. You'll get yourself that extra minute if you can just survive, but you've got the entire team of the Zips coming in, and there's nothing you can do. You're getting pinched down on the line of sight. I think it was just too little, too late for Maverick Esports on the offensive. They got spawn trapped too long up there by A before they decided to put into gear another plan.
Oh, yeah, big time. I mean, right now, the Zips just absolutely put on a masterclass on the defensive end, but now I want to see how things are going to be looking on the offensive side of things for this roster. I mean, you're sitting here looking at John's currently on a 3 streak, 9-6. It is going to be an all-out B hit. This is interesting, as they're going to be sending 3 players over to B. It's going to be up to Spirit to shut it down. He's able to get 2, and that might be all that he needed to do, because now Storm is going to be able to pick up another one. So, I mean, right now, the Akron Zips, they actually might have a chance to do something to B.
Do something at B, indeed. Sometimes I feel like if you're just not making any progress over at A, find a way to get down to B. As you can see, they're going to get cut down over there. And you've already got the spawns in favor of the defensive team being Maverick Esports. You're spawning over on the right side, which really is going to make it very difficult for that B capture. But lives are teed up right now. Still about a minute left on the clock. And as you can see, the Zips are coming in hot for A right now. You just got to win your 1v1s and lock down that top side of the map. They're setting up a really nice space there to be able to hold the first tick of progression coming in over at A with Storm frying out right now, trying to keep him away.
Yeah, I mean, doing a great job for sure. It is going to be Bio and Thieves trying to lock this 3rd progression point down and get this one fully captured and get that extra minute on the clock, and it looks like they're going to be able to do just that. So right now, the Zips did an incredible job. Oh, look at Bio, or not Bio, excuse me, John's Empire in the back of the map right now. I mean, he's going to be in the position to make some plays happen. Johns is going to be able to pick up 1, but how many more is he going to be able to acquire back here? Because now the floodgates have opened. They understand exactly what the objective is. They've got to get John's Empire out of the back of the map. They are able to do just that finally. So Johns wasn't all able to really do too much damage from back there, as T-Bam lining them up right now as they're going to be coming 1 by 1. Bio is able to get the trade, though, and that might be opening the doors.
Opening the doors, indeed. What I really would have loved to see out of Johns is if he would have rotated down towards B, caught the flank on T-Bam, and really allowed the Akron Zips to move on to B progressively prior to Maverick Esports rotating in and finding Johns in the back. As you can see, they're trying right now to get some progress. The first tick is going to come in, but it's an all-out bloodbath down there with Bladesy just trying to survive, waiting for reinforcements in the form of T-Bam and Spear Up. Can they do enough? You've got Storm up in church right now, flirting with 2 players, and he's gonna fall. And man, they're gonna have a really hard time. I feel like you need to kind of gear up with your team if you're the Akron Zips looking to get onto B, because look at the rotation and defensive structure that Maverick Esports has put into play. They're kind of watching all areas of that map.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a great job right now. It's 11-11 in the kill feed. Because right now, I mean, 10-10, about to go down to double digits. About 2 more pushes going to be coming out for this squad. Bladesy trying to do what he can right now in the back of the map. I mean, Maverick, they just need to lock this one down for a little bit longer. Only 1 tick of progression has come through. So it's going to need to be a hero play coming in from someone. I don't know who it's going to be on the side of the Zips, but it's going to need to happen now, because that's 3 kills going immediately in favor of Maverick. Finally, Storm's able to answer back before dropping, though. And that is an extremely untimely manner, because now, woof, man, this Maverick Esports roster, they are frying right now. And with only 3 lives remaining, we got ourselves a 1-1 game.
A 1-1 game indeed, but this is all going to rely on Thieves right now. He is the last of live. Maverick Esports has overextended themselves to the mid-map, trying to find him to go ahead and get that kill. There's just nothing that they're going to be able to do. Maverick Esports swarming in. Thieves was maybe going to be able to pick up 1 if lucky, had they maybe pushed 1 at a time. Unfortunately, Maverick Esports coming in hot all together to eliminate Thieves. We're going to see it right here. T-Bam, Bladesy, all of them trying to get Thieves out of that column. Unfortunate for them, but That's okay. I think it's going to come down right now. If you can take a win on the offensive here with Tusk in control, you will take this mode.
Oh, I mean, 110%. I mean, right now, we got to figure out who's going to be able to crack that, crack the glass, if you will. Who's going to be able to find the first break in the defense. I mean, ooh, nice start, though, going to be coming out of T-Bam. Going to be able to look over, get that trade for Y-Dog. A couple more trades going to be coming out. T-Bam finally is going to be dropping, but already 19 and 14 for Maverick Esports. T-Bam has been putting in work.
T-Bam has been putting in work indeed, but here's the deal. We need to see something a little different. As you recall, the first time that Maverick Esports was on the offensive, they got spawn trapped by the Akron Zips up on that A zone. But right now, they've already got the first tick of progress, and they have 25 lives remaining. Sure, there's a lot of contest going on, but Spirit and Y-Dog are frying out right now. John's Empire just trying to make a break in there. Gonna lose that because Bio hits a nade on him. A little team kill gonna make a little bit of a havoc right there. 3v2 up there on the progressive zone of A, but look at Spirit making his way down to B right now with T-Bam. This is a Maverick Esports. They're totally different from their first round on offense.
Woo! Yeah, right now, I mean, T-Bam catching fire right now on a 4 spree. Gonna be looking to add a little bit more to that. Try to get some streaks in for this Maverick Esports roster. So you can see Y-Dog gonna be locking this thing down in the middle. The rotations have already come out. Akron Zips are the ones that are going to be controlling it. So it is going to be all about the break coming in right now. But guess what? John's Empire are going to be shutting this one down as they did try to make their sneaky way through the side to the spawns. And, I mean, I don't know. I mean, getting here is going to be very, very tough. I mean, you're down by 6 lives already. Maverick Esports are doing a great job in the kill department. And, I mean, right now, if you're Akron, you've got to start slaying out, or else we're going to start to see Maverick probably get an offensive round here.
Yeah. I'm sitting here watching this, and I was like, dude, you have the numbers, Akron Zips, while they're rotating into B, but Maverick Esports making their way out of Command Center, just absolutely frying in the form of T-Bam and Spirit. It is phenomenal the amount of work that these guys are doing. Akron Zips have 6 lives remaining. They are going to lose this on the sheer number of lives at this point if they don't clean it up and start winning those 1v1s. But what Maverick Esports is doing is they're kind of pushing as duos in team shooting, and this is all she wrote. No spawns remaining for the Zips. What are you going to do? This is going to potentially be the first offensive win for Maverick Esports.
I mean, this is huge. This could be a turning point in the entire series right now. I mean, we know that Maverick Esports, this could be a must-win situation if they are trying to avoid that LCQ. And, I mean, right now they are playing like it. They have come alive here in this control on this offensive side. And now it's going to be all up to Storm and Thieves to lock this one down. And, I mean, at this point, it's just going to be a time game. The Storm is going to be the last one. And finally, going to be dropping. Maverick Esports are going to be going up 2-1 in the control. And now with the defense at their feet, what are they going to be able to do with it?
Akron Zips are going to have to actually play flawless here on out. They're going to have to take their next offensive win and then hope that they get the defense or potentially another offense since they just lost the defense there. You got to see it's going to come down to that final round. Everything is on the line here. If you are the Zips, this is the time to get into the zone. I'm going to ask you right now, Thieves, I need you to step it up. Johns, I need you to step it up just a little bit. Bio coming in with that first blood as they push on over to the A site, trying to lock it down. Progress being made, looking for that second tick of progression. They are showing dominance right here. Are we about to have 29 lives remaining and point A is secured?
Wow, they had 3 people on that the entire time. They captured that about as fast as you possibly could. I mean, that was perfect execution right there coming out of this Akron roster. And now they've got plenty of time to work with on the offensive side. You can see right now Bladesy is going to be a little sneaky beaver at the back of the map. Just going to be trying to, make sure that none of these Akron Zips players are going to have an easy time heading over to B. And it looks like they're going to be trying to fight straight up through the church. And that's an interesting strategy coming out for Akron.
Interesting strategy indeed. We love that Y-Dog always takes that back right of the map, kind of behind those tanks. He sits back there and he's just looking for some information that he can give call outs to their team, find some people off guard, but he did overextend out of his normal position to be able to catch a player in the back. This is making it very tough because the Zips are getting caught mid-map and they're unable to rotate down to that B site. But as you can see, you've got Johns and Phoebes kind of mid-map alongside Storm. You've got Bio taking the long rotation out of the way, kind of pushing through command center right now. No one actually going into B site right now. It's like they're almost a little nervous because, I mean, they're 5 lives down. You've got plenty of time, but you need to start acting now because that long rotation to B is going to cost you so much time as it is. You can't afford multiple pushes.
I mean, precisely. I mean, that's the thing is that, I mean, they're dropping like flies when it comes to the lives as well. This is a great defensive hold right now coming out of Maverick. Even though, yes, they did give up A extremely quickly. I mean, they've held B down pretty solidly. And the fact that no ticks of progression have come through completely for the Zips. I mean, this Maverick squad, they've just got to keep on doing what they've been doing so far. And they're going to be finding themselves with a 2-1 advantage in this series. That is insane. But, I mean, hey, we're 30 seconds away from it happening.
A little bit of an upset if you go 2-1 right now because we know Akron Zips are rated number 20 currently, so they need to kind of take this dub to really go with that. But Y-Dog says, why not, dog? I got a killing spree of 5 before getting cut down. No real kill streaks in play just yet, which could really change the tide in the form. But, I mean, we got a first tick of progress over at B. 18 seconds left, 10 lives remaining. You're gonna have to hold off Maverick Esports from the back right here, right now. You don't have the time.
And only 8 lives remaining now. I mean, this squad is just falling apart. My goodness, Maverick Esports are doing a great job of just locking down the fort, if you will. They are not letting anything through as this timer is dwindling down. Finally, Storm is going to be hopping on it with John's Empire. How long are they going to be lasting as Bladesy picks up 1? Phoebes is going to be dropping down, trying to get the trade, but that is going to be all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, Maverick Esports, they're up 2-1 against Akron Zips.
Look, we did not expect this to happen. I did not expect this to happen. Spirit coming in and getting a nade kill for the final kill to take them out and give them that control victory. We said that the respawn modes were their weakest modes, and they said, bet. Let me show you why that's not true, Spider, Tiff, and Rome. I want to show you what we're made of. And here we go. We got a nice look at the stats. Let's go ahead and take a look at Maverick Esports first. You got 33 and 22 for T-Bam, a nice 31 and 24 for Spirit. The non-traded kills looking absolutely nice. The damage pretty consistent all around. But what I want to look at is the offensive kills and the defense kills. If you take a look, Maverick Esports strong on the offense. Once they got that dub, that first initial offensive win, I think the tides just kind of turned, and unfortunately there was nothing the Zips could do.
Yeah, I mean, as you stated, I mean, it is definitely a game of momentum, and it seems like Maverick Esports, they've definitely carried it over into this third map of Control. And I mean, now heading into map 4, I mean, things can definitely start to get dicey right here because, I mean, we're heading back to a hard point where, you know, this Maverick Esports squad, they were able to keep it even through the first rotation, and then the second rotation, they found themselves, you know, down and out. They ended up losing by 60, I believe it was 190 to 250. So, I mean, if this squad right here, right now, if they can find and if they can muster up some type of way, some type of belief in themselves to be able to take this map, I mean, who knows? I mean, the Akron Zips might really be in for some trouble right here on this map 4. But regardless, even if they do lose this map 4, the Akron Zips are going to be in trouble on that final map 5.
I love that you bring that up because here's the deal. Now they have kind of a strong uphill battle to regain this because the Maverick Esports are looking for an upset. They're fighting to get into the playoffs. They're sitting kind of in that tier 1. The 8 top teams are going to qualify for the playoffs automatically. They're sitting in 8th with Buckeye Cod breathing down their necks, waiting for a mistake so they can kind of jump in and go straight to the playoffs. They knew what they had to do coming into here, and now they're sitting incredibly pretty now that they've taken a respawn mode in the form of Control. We're moving into that hard point like you said, but that tiebreaker is going to come down to a search and destroy on Berlin. And if we've already seen such success out of Maverick Esports on search and destroy, this could be really detrimental for the Zips.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's this map or next map, as you stated. It could go wrong in either one for the Zips roster. And I mean, that's something that they've got to be aware of. They've got to be careful of as well, because I mean, coming into this one, they do not want to lose that top 25 seeding. I know that teams, they take so much pride in it, but I got to be honest, if the Zips were to take a loss right here to Maverick Esports, I don't know if they'd still be in that top 25 and for next week. I mean, who knows at the end of the day? There's so many teams that are deserving to be in the top 25 that could be in the top 25. I mean, honestly, the fact that the Zips are even there, I mean, that just says that they're a great team regardless.
I mean, they're a great team. They're playing so well together. You've got some amazing people. You've got Bio, you've got John's Empire, and they're frying out. The entire team works really well together, but it just seems like maybe they lose kind of their flow at a certain point of the match, and they need to kind of tighten it up in a sense and make sure that they're not letting anything go. Because now is the time, if you want to keep that top 25 ranked, right? You want to stay inside there, which every school does. You can't afford to lose here. Neither team can afford to lose at this point. I mean, granted, at this point, I think even if they did lose this per se, they're still going to the playoffs. Everything's going to be fine. They're currently number 2 in their tier 1, second only to SIUE. So they're doing just fine. But it could hurt the mental a little bit to kind of be upset per se. Maverick Esports winning will be an upset, in my opinion.
I mean, it'll definitely be an upset in my opinion as well. I mean, coming into this one, we both said before the show, like, we think Akron Zips are probably going to be handling this one pretty early, you know, pretty quickly, making light work of the Maverick Esports roster, if you will. But no, Maverick Esports came to fight. So, listen, I didn't see it happening. I don't think anyone really saw it happening tonight. I don't know. I mean, but hey, listen, Maverick Esports, they came to play. It is on and clicking for them. That is all that I got to say. I mean, who knows? I mean, the sky's the limit with this roster. As I stated, both these rosters are so talented.
So talented indeed. And it makes for just a really joyous experience for us on the desk, watching an intense battle where they're just putting up their pitchforks and like, this is Maverick Esports. I'm never going to do that again. I'm so sorry that you had to witness that. But that's essentially what they're doing here. They said this is the last week of that in stage 2. We go into, you know, the last chance qualifiers and playoffs are beginning. We are here to just frag out, and it's actually such a beautiful thing to get to witness.
Oh yeah, big time. And that's the great thing about this competition, is that it's all these collegiate athletes being able to come in at the same time, play under the same roof of a league, and I mean, compete for this championship. That's the great thing about it. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, placings are great, all that stuff, but at the end of the day, the sportsmanship is what really matters. Now, you know what? Akron doesn't want to hear that. They said, forget all that. We're going for that championship. That's what we look for here at the Zips. And I mean, hey, listen, I'm not mad at them, honestly, but listen, they're going to need to win this map if they have championship aspirations. Simple as that. They're going to need to show they've got ice in their veins, and they have the capability of coming back, being down in a series, because, listen, the fact that the Zips have only lost 1 series on the entire year, I highly doubt that that one was from a, you know, or that they've had, you know, a situation like this where they've been down this bad, like 2-1, and then needed to win the last 2 maps. I don't know if they've been in this situation all year long.
Well, I do love a good reverse sweep, and if you're going to kick it off, you might as well kick it off on that Bocage hard point. We know this is one of the most chaotic hard points where you'll typically see, you know, at least 3 SNGs. Maybe we'll see a Volk get pulled out, but the bloodbath is starting. That P1 is over there in the courtyard. I'm looking for a little bit of touch and go. Kind of, I don't expect any particular team to really rake up a lot of points, but I'm looking forward to seeing how they do on the first set of rotations here.
Yeah, I mean, this one is definitely going to be all about contesting and really getting set up for next, really. That's really all you want to do. And already you can see Bladesy, he's going to be fully going back through the spawn, making sure he's going to be able to pick up these rotations, make sure that even though they are going to be getting some of this great time right here, right now, it is still going to be the side of Akron contesting and end up getting the kill onto Bladesy. And now it's going to be Storm in the back making the plays. But they're going to be hunting out Storm, so it's going to be Storm versus T-Bam in the back 1v1, and that's going to be T-Bam winning it. Maverick Esports, you normally don't get time on hill number 1, but they opened up with a 20-point lead on it.
Look, Storm and T-Bam just went for the battle for spawns over there to really lock down P2. Not only was Maverick Esports able to get the scrap time on P1 and make it up like a 30-point game, but they were able to get that early rotation onto P2, which can be, if you lock it down properly, a very nice money hill. And right now, Akron Zips are doing a really good job of keeping Maverick Esports off that point. They're touching it just a little bit, but there's still 30 seconds left. This is going to be really detrimental if they can't get the break.
Yeah, I mean, big time. I mean, Bio's trying to do everything that he can right now. Oh, bad timing as Thieves is going to be able to turn the corner. Bladesy, excuse me, is going to be able to turn the corner, take him out. Now, I mean, this roster in Akron, as you stated, just trying to come in, trying to contest, keep this Maverick Esports roster off at this point. But guess what, Spurp going to be able to take down 2. I mean, right now, Spurp starting this one off 9-3. Maverick Esports, they're looking clean through 2 hills right now, only giving the Zips 8 points. I mean, Tiff, what are we seeing right now?
We're seeing the confidence of Maverick Esports saying, we are here to prove you wrong in respawn modes. We saw that fight for spawns, and you can see it right now that Maverick Esports has spawns again for Grandma's house. They're up 30-45 right now. They're on the hill. The Zips are able to get the break, but the contention is coming in as Spirit finds a nice 2-piece inside the hill. Can they hold this on? We got that 3-piece. It's just not going to be enough. Zips are going to jump in. 30 seconds remaining. You have to hold this to perfection and start your regain now. Don't let this go to a 50-point game this early on.
Yeah, I mean, that would be absolutely tragic right now for the Zips. But Maverick, they are fighting back tooth and nail. Spurp is 15-4 right now, currently on a 3 spree. Surprised that he doesn't have any streaks in his back pocket at this point, trying to pistol whip Bio. Not going to be able to do that, though. Still going to be having a 60-point advantage right now. Maverick Esports are absolutely doing it to the Zips. And the Zips, they fully rotated over. They said, you know what? We're going to make sure that we get some points on this hill. And guess what? It's going to be T-Bam in the back. There's going to be a big old thorn. And they're going to need to deal with him, because if they don't, they're going to get the spawns. And they didn't. Now they have the spawns. Oh, my goodness. Maverick Esports, they just flipped the map again. What are we witnessing? Is this the Zips of old or is the Zips of new?
This is an absolute bloodbath. The fact that they are able to break it and go back, Zips just breaking it right now, but the contention is about to come in. Can they hold it, Rome?
Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. The trades are going to be going back and forth. I mean, the Zips trying to lock this one down. Bio is going to be on a 3 streak right now, currently 14-11, doing everything for his roster to try to keep them in this one. They're currently down by about 45. I mean, man, this game is so close, but I mean, Bio's doing such a great job for the Zips roster as he's trying to make this comeback happen.
Trying to make the comeback happen indeed in the form of securing spawns for your team. The Akron Zips really looking to flip that. You've got the early rotation in the form of Thieves as they jump onto P5 right now. The entire Zips team is in the back looking to pick up some kills coming through mid-map. You got Bladesy looking for some information, rotating around that little mini castle. Y-Dog finds a nice 2-piece and really makes the break. This is not it. This is the final hill down in River for the first set of rotations, and we're already up 40 points. Y-Dog on a 4 streak, trying to get it up there. No one really had any kill streaks come through yet, but that would be really preferential for Maverick Esports if they want to make this a solidified moment. The pistol coming out, and he's gonna slap Bio with it. This is not the Bio send. He said, I am gonna take this here. It is now up 60 points for Maverick Esports in the first set of rotations. What are you gonna do, Zips?
Yeah, he wasn't able to get that glide bomb, though. He tried to get that. Oh, no! Oh, we're not going to talk about that, T-Bam. It's all good. You're still winning the game. That's all that matters. You're up by over 60 right now. My goodness, Maverick absolutely doing an incredible job. It's right now Storm, currently 8-14. Going to need to pick it up for sure right here in this respawn alongside Johns, who's 9-15. So, I mean, respectfully, in both of them right now, if they can pick it up a little bit for this Akron Zips roster and help out Bio just a little bit, I mean, this roster might be able to get back into this game on the second full rotation.
Second full rotation, indeed. I'm really looking forward to the fact that it was 132-75 after the first set of rotations. We know that Maverick Esports was able to take approximately 30 points on the first set of rotations here in Courtyard. But this is where the change needs to happen, and the Akron Zips are really moving in. They've kind of locked it down. You got to win your ones. You're going to go ahead and abandon it. But you got to start thinking about the rotations now, because Y-Dog said, I'm going to touch the P1 right now, and then he's going to move away from it, because look at where Bladesy is already set up, waiting for that time to kick in. They are up 57 points still here, Rome, and we know this is a money hill.
I don't even know what to say. Like, Maverick Esports, they are looking playoff ready. They are saying last chance qualifier. Oh my goodness. Spurup's on a 7. Can he make it an 8? No, finally going to be dropping, but fully streaked out. Spurup is on a roll right now. 70-point advantage right now coming in from Maverick Esports, and they are not giving it up whatsoever. They've got the spawns, and I'm seeing some desperation right now coming out of the Zips. It's looking like they're starting to realize the situation. They're down by about 90. My goodness, Maverick Esports have doubled up their points. What is going on?
What is going on indeed? All I know is Spirit is double positive with that 30 and 15. We know he has streaks in pocket depending on when those are going to come out, because at that point, I think they're just going to say, hey, we want to win it here. Let's drop a bomb on him. Not going to be here in Grandma's house today. The Zips are going to make that early rotation to get some time on and try to minimize the damage as much as they can. They have to play a perfect game of hardpoint here on Bocage starting from here on out, in order to prevent the Maverick Esports from coming in hot.
Wow, and I mean, if Maverick Esports are able to get this 3-1 victory in this series, that is just going to be absolutely incredible for this roster. I mean, the final week of the CCL before the LCQ, this is going to be a statement for all the teams that are going to be in any type of playoff situation going up against Maverick Esports. This is going to be a statement saying, listen, we are here to play and we can take down anybody. We've taken a map off the best team in our group, and now who knows, we might be able to take the entire series off the second best team. So I don't know, the sky's the limit right now for Maverick Esports. They've just got to close it out, as they do find themselves currently up by 50, as Akron starting to slowly chip away at that massive lead.
Yeah, what was once a 100-point game is now cut down to a 50 lead here. The Zips are going to have to infiltrate this and play a near perfectly once again, because they held the majority of the time in Grandma's house. Can they do the same thing in Barn? But look at Maverick Esports cutting them down, Rome. They said, no, we are about to be in win contention. We want this. They're not going to be able to win it here, so it's all going to come down to River.
Oh, yeah, but that is going to be a 4-man wipe coming in for the Zips, and I mean, that's at a perfect time as well. They might be able to get all of this scrap time. If they can get this last 30, that is going to be huge, because then we're only going to be looking at about a 25-point game. But guess what? Bio's going to need to go big right here, right now. His teammates are down. This one's contested. Looks like he understands exactly where this player is, but at the end of the day, you got to wait for your team, because if you go down, it's going to be more and more points heading into this Maverick Esports roster side. Finally, Bio is going to be dropping. Thieves ends up taking one out. T-Bam is going to be in contesting. He's going to go down, though. John's Empire yet again, and I mean, the Zips fighting back tooth and nail. They got to go to the river. They've got to make something happen, because guess what? They're still down by 50.
Down by 50 indeed. Maverick Esports with the early rotations in, the break coming in from the Zips right now. No one really on the point as I say that. 2 players are going to drop it. The Zips flip the spawns. This is detrimental right now for Maverick Esports, but Spirit finds a nice 2-piece.
Able to get 2 nice pistol shots coming out of Spirit, who's got the 40 bomb, 41 in his pocket right now. Currently on a 4 spree, making a 5. Still fully streaked out. Hasn't even called him in yet. They've only got 27 points before they find themselves with the victory. Bio is on a 5 spree of his own. Going to be looking to pick up the glide bomb right here, and that's going to be it. Oh, I believe so. No, one more to the glide bomb. Still not able to get it. That's going to be big. I mean, if he can get the glide bomb, it might be able to turn the tides, but that's the thing, is that no, finally he is going to be shutting down. So, I mean, that's the thing, is that right now Maverick, it's looking pretty good for him.
Looking pretty good indeed. They are on win condition here at P1. We know they have the ability to hold the courtyard. They have streaks, but the Zips are saying we are doing everything we can to make this a less than 50-point game. It's looking like it's 39, and the Zips are making moves right now. Can Bio live their life? 37 seconds left on P1. Even if they don't get the points, they need to keep Maverick Esports out of there.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, that's going to be much easier said than done, because guess what? It's going to be Spurup coming right back in. He's going to be able to get one before getting taken out. Currently 45 bomb for Spurup right now. As you stated, Akron Zips, I mean, they are creeping back into this game, and the fact that they are able to get so many points on P1, ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. Oh my goodness, if Wydog goes down, this is going to be all worth nothing. Maverick Esports, they've been challenging it all, and now they just, oh my goodness, they finally locked this one down. Okay, this is huge right here. Right now, T-Bam, he's got to lock down this area. If he doesn't lock down this area for a decent amount of time, this whole game could be flipping on its head.
Yeah, the Zips just cleared them out. You had Blazy living in Barn Spirit bringing out the bombs. It's just going to keep everyone off the point. They only need 9, and the Zips have moved in. Rome, this is a scary moment right now. If you are a member of the Akron Zips, you have 6 points remaining.
Yeah, you got to get them off, but guess what? I don't know if anyone's going to be close enough to get there, and no, that is going to be Maverick Esports taking down the Akron Zips in an absolutely incredible upset that nobody saw coming.
Nobody saw that coming. Indeed, let's get a little POV from Spear up here. Almost a 50 bomb, goes 48 and 29. What a demon, Rome. I was not ready for that, but I want to give a nice shout out to the Zips right there for being able to reel it in. What was once a 100-point game is only a 35-point loss. So the fact is, if you're the Zips, you needed to play like you were doing throughout those second set of rotations on that first set. You were really filling each other out. You made some really substantial changes. It just really wasn't enough. But let's go ahead. Let's look at these stats in particular. Where you at? Where you at, Spirit? 48 and 29.
With 36 non-traded kills, 4,700 damage. I mean, Spirit was putting on an absolute clinic on this map right here. And not just him, but I mean, Bio on the other side. I mean, 43 and 28. I mean, what a performance coming out of the kid out of Akron. I mean, that's the thing. 4,300 damage right there for himself. It was literally the Spirit versus Bio show right there at the very end. I mean, Bio was doing everything he could to bring his team back, but guess what? The Maverick Esports, they had better coordination, better team comms, better rotations, and they just clutched up at the end, and wow, they just won a hard point against the Zips. I am mind blown right now.
Yeah, we called it. We were like, hey, you know, Maverick Esports isn't looking that strong in their respawn modes. They need to really strengthen up there. But once they took that search and destroy victory and then won that offensive battle in control on Tuscan, they just kind of kept carrying the momentum throughout. But something I want to highlight on here, Bio was able to get 43 kills in 2 minutes of objective time. Not only was he chilling with the kills, he was chilling on the points. I mean, that's pretty much MVP for the Zips. Sure, it wasn't enough, but it was like he was trying to put the team on their back and make as much momentum. But the fact that they cut down a 100-point lead, but Spirit was just like, nah, fam, we're taking the dub today. And what an upset it was.
Wow. I mean, listen, that was absolutely incredible from start to finish. I mean, that was literally a roller coaster of a series. I mean, the Zips were able to come out and get the first game. And honestly, we felt like at that point, it was probably going to be just another Zip storyline up. Zips zipping them up 3-0. But I mean, this time, no. It ended up being a straight up 3 maps in a row. Maverick Esports coming alive. I don't even know what happened. I'm probably going to have to go back and watch this VOD back. That was absolutely insane coming out. So I just want to say shout out to both of these rosters for putting on an incredible show. They are both looking ready for the playoffs, and I cannot wait until we get to see more of these rosters down the line.
I know, I'm so excited for the postseason and the playoffs and the LCQs. It's going to be a wild ride, but congrats to Maverick Esports for being phenomenal tonight. That was amazing. I want to kind of go ahead and take a look at the overview and just kind of see how it all ran down, the scores, the wildness. We know the Zips took that first dub in map number 1 for that hard point, and then it all came down. It was pretty much the Maverick show after that.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, the fact that they took that S&D, took the control, and then took the hard point again. I mean, the S&D we could have kind of saw coming, but I mean, that control and hard point, I mean, that was just absolutely shocking right there out of this Maverick Esports roster. So, I mean, listen, shout out to them. Shout out to the Akron Zips. We'll see where they end up in the rankings for next week. But hey, listen, we are not done on the night. We will be right back. We've got 2 more action-packed matches for you guys tonight, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.